You are watching part 2 of an interview with Karega Bailey, brought to you by Crave the Spotlight Media Marketing, experts in the spotlight. Join us now as we watch Victor Irving Jenkins interview Karega Bailey.
Now, just a moment ago, you said that that's when your poem came about. So you're a poet? You have more than one poem?
I have quite a bit of poems. I use poetry particularly to enhance conversations that I've learned academically, to enhance conversations that I've learned in my faith work. So I use poetry to code these things because we all know the mnemonic memory devices attached to rhyme and alliteration helps us store information. And when I was in the classroom, I realized that I wanted to raise the value of hope. So I wrote extensively about finding hope in hopelessness. And it actually led me to perform all around the nation, take on a number of awards, Best Male Poet and such. But what was most precious to me was the opportunity to create literature, something that would live beyond me. As I start to have these questions about what is great, great in my lifetime versus greatness as a mark. And I know that the greatness that I want is not relegated to my lifetime alone. So I had to pick up the pen. And it was the creation of this here, my latest release, Surrender. It's a poetic ethnography. And I titled it as such because I was trained as a sociologist turned educator. The reason for me going into education was sociology. I wanted to know what was my role, how would I help? And to be honest, I entered on the spectrum of self-identification. So I went in trying to help black males. And I realized that beyond black males, there were so many other struggling young people. And that was a growth moment. But certainly entering on self-identification is, psychology will tell us, that's natural. I went in solving what I think I could solve like me. But the ethnography is really just me focusing in on my young people, our lives together, writing about it through poetry, how it enhanced me, how it hurt me, how it helped me to grow. And then I went and followed up the poems with academic essays, by which I talked about my training as a sociologist, my training as an educator, some of the mentors and scholars who shaped my reality, how I would respond, my response agency, and invited the readers to thumb through some of the literature that I have that helped me become more equipped with a very rich response bank, because it's certainly no one size fits all in education, and it's certainly no one right answer for restoring hope.
You know, you describe yourself as a youth, but listening to all the things that you've done, you have to be at least 40. How could you have done all that in this short period of time?
You know, I think those who know me best know that I made it a mission to become a great listener. And to become a great listener, I used my mentors, I used the information that was given to me, and at 27 today, I was able to accomplish some things that I was advised to accomplish. So when I take the information from a man who's in his 40s when I'm 18, and he shapes up the reality of some things that I might want to do, I listen intently. And I listened, and then I was courageous enough to try to execute. And I found success in applying the principles that have been taught to me. So at 27 today, here's another thing I want to tell you. The concept of age in its chronological measure to me has always been a fallacy. I believe that we're set here for a purpose, and it's not measured in age, it's measured in when you arrive at that purpose. When you know what you're called to do, your clock starts. You are only as old as you'll ever be the day before you pass. So if we were to take it in proportion, right, whether a man lived to be 98 or 48, if you know what you're here for, you'll use each of those days as necessary. So I live with that. I didn't use my chronological age as a measure of when I should accomplish said goal. I knew my purpose, and I went after it very tenaciously. I had to. So at 27, I published a book. I'm married, a great quality of marriage. I'm the dean of students at Miamisville Public Charter. I'm a recording artist. I completed a documentary. I didn't have the luxury to say, not me, not now, not yet. It's something that so many people practice when it comes on to the truth, when it comes on to purpose, when it comes on to giving up some things to gain greater. hence the title of the work, Surrender. Surrender was my way of introducing the beautiful reality of responding when called. But when I surrendered, I grew. And I didn't identify with that, not me, not now, not yet. So, not me, not now, not yet refers to me right now? Okay, not now. Okay, I get it. I know what I'm here for, not now. And the not yet, it's I'm not yet ready, but I do believe in the cause. But one of the leading singles from this project was called Emergency. And in a state of emergency, I don't think that any of us have the option to delay responding. And surrender, I think it encompasses what I want us to do when confronted with the truth, when confronted with our purpose.